What's up, everyone? All Barcelona fans and football fans, back again with another weekly. Uh, this one is coming a bit late, but once again, I've been very busy over the past week or two, or these couple of weeks, and also last few days I'm having a cold as well. So I couldn't really find a time to film. I know I missed a lot of games, around four of them, and there's one coming tonight as well. But I'm gonna walk over quickly all the last four games in a way. Like I'll keep two, walk over the first two and another two, because they're two very different pairs of games that just really shows a lot of our a lot of our strengths and all of our weaknesses as well. And then also I'll talk about a few other things too. But let's just get right into it. First off, the games. Um, Last week was very interesting, very all over the place, but also very good and bad in a sense. The first two games, first in the weekend before last weekend, we had a game against Real Betis, which we won 5-0. Absolutely incredible performance on the night. Beautiful goals by everybody. João Felix, João Cancelo, their first time stepping up big time. Going in at it and just getting it done. And since then they've been gelling with the team beautifully, and I'm very happy to have them here at the club, and they're really performing very well and proving why we should be going for them completely and try to sign them permanently next summer. So hopefully they keep this up. um Not much too much to say more about him, but we dominated throughout the whole thing and got some very good goals. Other player did incredibly well. We didn't let Betis breathe pretty much, and we did this very beautifully. Something as well that we go on to the next game that we did with Royal Antwerp as well in our first Champions League game. We pretty much did the same thing there. It was Betis. We stepped up and did the job very well, and also got 5 goals again. So that's 10 goals in 2 games. That and zero conceded. We haven't seen something like that in a long while. Um, Especially how things have been in the past few years. So that was a very nice thing to see, and also in that game as well. Great performance, beautiful goals. Everybody did what they had to do, and once again, John Felix and John Cancelo did once again stepping up. Uh, so really good, really beautifully done. Uh, and I loved everything I see. I love us. That's how we want. I want us to play. That's how we need to. That those are 2 games that the tactics worked very beautifully, very perfectly. But then we got a little bit of a shakeup in the weekend where we faced Celta Vigo at home. This one was a bit different. This one got a little bit of a rocky start as we went down 1-0 pretty early in the game, and we felt like, oh shit, no, we're back to being to struggling and making things hard for ourselves. And that kept kind of going. We weren't really doing too well. Even in going into the second half, we still couldn't find a way into the game well enough. And on behold, of course, they scored a second one, and we went down 2-0. And then we were feeling like, oh no, here we go. We're gonna lose another game against them. We're gonna, mess up in a bad way. And like, we're just feeling like, oh god, after all that good stuff we saw in the last 2 games, now we're just completely collapsing. But in the last, but something happened, right? Something happened in the last 10 minutes or so. we just woke up again. The team had that mentality, that strength again, and we woke up and we went for it. Scoring one goal, Lewandowski early in like in 83rd minute or something, 83rd minute. And I feel like, okay, we're doing something, but we still feel like, oh, everybody can get one goal, whatever. Maybe it's still too late, get more, but no. A few minutes later, a couple minutes, like it's 1-2 minutes later, another one. Once again, Lewandowski again, I believe it was, right? We scored another one. I think it was Lewandowski or maybe some. And then, yeah, I think so. And then finally, and then towards the end, like, okay, we're getting a draw. Maybe it'll be just a draw. Maybe we can go for it. No, but they kept pushing. They kept going for it. They wanted this. And they went straight for it. And by the end, like in at a time, I don't know which exact minute it was, maybe 93rd, 94th minute or something, I don't know. But João Cancelo, from a beautiful, man, assist by Gavi. Absolutely perfect how he picks him out. With that was one of the most greatest assists I've seen. Gavi's talent is just showing extremely well this season. He puts a beautiful pass over to John Cancelo. How he finds him there is just unbelievable. And Cancelo places it in, and we have won the game. 3-2. Just in less than 10 minutes, we scored 3 goals. And we did it in an absolute incredible way. Absolutely beautiful. how we done this is just unreal. Really, really, really good. I'm very happy with how we picked that up. Though not overall happy with the performance. The performance can be much better, and it was just very shaky. We still completed the remontada, and we did it very good and picked up 3 very important points. Even though the next game will get to kind of nullifies it, but it's still in the long scheme of things, looking throughout the whole season, that those 3 points still could be very decisive anyways. But we went on then off that into next week. Real Madrid lost their game after us, like in the week. They lost to Atletico Madrid 3-1. We are not first in the league now. But then on Tuesday, things changed a little bit again. We started to mess up again. We conceded an early goal, somewhat early, not too early, but somewhat. Thanks to an individual mistake by Marc-Andre ter Stegen, who just, I don't know what it was with ter Stegen in this game, but this is one of his weaker games this season. Maybe his least good performance this season. He just wasn't looking confident at all. He wasn't doing anything like he should be doing, like he normally does. He's normally very confident with his feet and everything. But this time around, he just messed around too much, and he gave away the ball there, and there was a miscommunication between him and Araujo, and then they picked up the ball and they scored a 1-0, which was very, very morale hitting. It was not good. But we did respond later, kind of quickly, a bit later, with a beautiful goal by Rafinha, who scored that very, very nicely and did that really well. But of course, before the end of the half, we messed up again. Another individual mistake in a way. This time by Inigo Martinez, I believe. We conceded another one, and they're up 2-1 just before halftime, which is the worst time to concede a goal, to go under, right? To be losing. Going into halftime with a draw, it's one thing. But losing at halftime, that brings down your morale. That brings down the spirit very, very much. And that's why I think that's what really made us not really be able to make that remontada this time around. Because yes, in the second half we stepped up a little bit more, and yes, we did get our second goal. We did get that draw. We did equalize through a beautiful goal by Fermin Lopez. This another youngster who's so talented and so good, absolutely brilliant. His first goal for the club, first official, should I say? He did score that with banger versus Real Madrid in preseason, but it's our first official goal for the club. And it just showed how good he is, and that was wonderful. We're all hoping that yes, we can maybe make another remontada now. Bad performance, but we can still get all 3 points. But sadly, it wasn't to be, and the game ended in a draw, 2-2, which was very disheartening. We were the better team. We deserved, in reality, to win this game versus Mallorca. They were not really doing too much against us. We were just making it harder for that. We really made ourselves lose rather than them being better or edging us out. And it's those kind of games that hurt, even losses that or drops the points or bad performances that hurts even more. It hurts extra much because you had a chance to get all the 3 points. You had a chance to really perform well and get everything done, but you messed up. You messed up for yourself. You made thanks to individual errors. We dropped 2 important points, and then meaning that Real Madrid passed us because they won against Las Palmas, but also Girona as passes. They are also having a great start of the season. They're doing really, really well as well. And they are now number 1 in the league. So that at least is a little bit of a consolation. That at least Real Madrid is not up there. At least it's another Catalan club, which also they will be facing Real Madrid now in the weekend as well, while we take on Sevilla tonight, which will also be a tough task as well. Tonight we need to go back to how we played versus Betis and Royal Antwerp. We cannot be making more individual mistakes. Yes, losing De Jong, I didn't even mention this, but in the Celta Vigo game, De Jong went out injured, and that's tough. He's gonna be out now until the beginning of November, I believe. So that's gonna be a little bit of tough without him. And yes, we saw that yesterday, that it was very challenging without him in that midfield. But we do have good players who can step up there. They just need to get the tactics right and get everything working. We have Fermin Lopez there. We have Conjugan. We have Oriol Romeo. We have Gavi and other like that. We have good players. You just need to make it work. And in front as well, and we need to be more clinical. That's what brought us down this against Mallorca, that we couldn't finish. We had plenty of chances, especially in the second half, but especially towards the later half of the later part of the first half, and also somewhat in the second half, we did have plenty of good chances to score and take the lead, but we never did, and we missed them. Many close goals for every player up there. Really, Ferran had a close one. Rafinha had a second close shot. He could, but he blasted it over or into the bar or something. Just shortly after he scored the equalizer. It's those kind of small things that really could hurt you. And this time around, we need to be clinical. We need to be focused and not make mistakes and be good up front and control the game in midfield. And I hope we can do that. Yes, Sevilla has not been the absolute greatest at the start of the season. They are in a somewhat of a rough patch, but they still know how to. Still have some good players. They still know how to handle stuff, and they are a good team overall still. And now, especially also when they have Sergio Ramos in the back, we know him pretty well. So we have to be more concentrated. But I think Sevilla is a more easier team to face for us because they're more open. We have the most problems against those teams who sit back and defend a lot. Those are the teams that really hurt us the most. We can really break through. Sevilla is a bit more easier to break through. If we get the goal first, one goal, I think we can go on and score at least two more. Hopefully, Xavi gets the tactics right this time around and he gets the lineup right. There's some rumors about maybe Cancelo not starting and he's gonna get rested for the Champions League game. Okay, but I don't absolutely do not want to see Sergio Roberto at right back. I absolutely do not. He should be forbidden forever playing in at right back. Midfield, okay, fine. If you want to have a more experience in the midfield, you can put him in, and I think he can do decently well. He's done good in the past in midfield. He's not too bad in there. But at right back, no, he's not a right back. He's not a defender. He does not know how to handle that position. Especially also, he cannot go in attack on that side pretty well either. He cannot even help out in front. If you want to do something, at least have be Kunde there or something. Like, just do not have Roberto there. Please, Xavi. I'm begging you. We cannot be risking this. Real Madrid are only 1 point ahead of us, and Girona are only like 2 or 3 or something like that. So we cannot be going more points. We cannot afford to lose points. I know you have to rest players for the Porto game. I get that, and that's good. But you cannot be putting players in their stead. Those players that you're resting, you cannot be putting players who do not fit in that position in their stead. You have to put someone there who can actually also perform well, who can at least handle the task good enough for at least that game. Someone like Kunde or something like that, or like even put Araujo in that position. You don't have you cannot be putting someone like Roberto there who's one again and again proven that he's not right for that position. I don't care if he's the team captain and he's doing good on the pitch and stuff like that. Yeah, sure, he deserves minutes to play, but play him in midfield then, not in right back. You cannot do that. Absolutely not. I hope he doesn't, because tonight we do need all those 3 points, even if it is just a narrow, like a 2-0 win or something. I don't need to have 5 goals like versus Betis and Antwerp. But we don't need to see goals like that every single game. But I want to see us play like that. I want to see us be confident and go strong and have that mentality like we had then in every game. That's what I want to see. It doesn't have to be a Manita every time or so. But at least I want to see us that winning spirit. And not just us messing things up, individual mistakes, and just giving up halfway through and just messing over. Like even those things when we did, yes, even when we did those remontadas, shows that we have the mentality to come back. But I don't even want that. I don't want us to be making things harder for ourselves. Heck, even if you just score 2 goals or something, good. Control the game for the control everything. Keep control for the rest of the game. They're not trying to start making random stuff up and experimenting and stuff. Control the rest of the game and wait. Maybe try to go for some counters or something to possibly get a third goal or so. But don't let Sevilla get into the game, because we're just messing around and we have this mentality. Oh, we're just gonna not do anything. We have a game coming up. Don't forget about Porto now. Tonight we need to do this game and we need to get the 3 points here because that's important right now. And we'll worry about Porto on Tuesday or on Wednesday, I believe. Right? We'll worry about Porto on Wednesday. Right now, tonight it's Sevilla, and we'll have plenty of days then to rest up and get ready for Porto. So it's really weird though as well that we have a game on a Friday. I don't remember the last time when we had a game on Friday. I know other teams in other leagues and even in La Liga had that at times, but we haven't had that in a long while. I don't believe I can remember. Maybe we have, but I can't remember at least if we do. If we had, leave a comment down below if you know if we had some in recent years. But overall, we need to get this. Need to have a good mentality tonight, like we had in those 2 games. Not necessarily like we had versus Celta and Mallorca. Those are 2 different times. So, yeah, we know that we have the players. We know that they have the strength, the quality. We just have to execute that perfectly and do it right. So yeah, that's pretty much that. And also there's some rumors as well that's been going on. Before I mentioned the last part about this, some new shit about the Negreira case and all that. I'm not gonna go into it. It's such bullshit. It's all dumb propaganda crap from Madrid and from others like that who just want to see us fall. I'm not gonna get into it. It's just absolute bollocks, and it's not true. You already seen Xavi, what he said about it, and what the club has already said about it. Look at that. That's pretty much what I feel about it as well. I'll just put it like that, right? My words are their words, pretty much. That's the same as theirs. So, or my thoughts, I think the same as they do. But yeah, speaking of Xavi, he has just renewed his contract until 2025 as well. He's got that, which is very, very nice. He deserves that after last season. So hopefully this season he can bring us even more glory. And we'll see what happens. He's a good coach. And for now, I believe he's the right coach for us. And of course, Balde as well has renewed his contract until 2028, I believe. Or so. Don't know the exact release, but he has renewed his contract, which is also great to still have him at the club. And finally, also, Lamine Yamal has finally signed his first professional contract now. Finally has been done. It's absolutely great. Yeah, the release clause for him will be around €1 billion, so 1 billion euros, which is very good. He signed his first professional contract, and that is wonderful news. He has such talent, and he has shown that in every game he's featured. He has pretty much featured in almost every game for the last couple of weeks. So in all those games, he has shown his talent and why he's really that good. Still no goals for him, but despite that, he's still been shown such great promise. He's been doing so good, even in the national teams. Remember, he's scored here too. So hopefully, he can get his first club goal as well, soon enough. But yeah, that's pretty much how that is. We have a few injuries, which is tough, but we have also a good squad in there. Injuries right now, just Frankie and Pedri. It's good. Araujo is back, right? So that's good. But Pedri will be back probably around end of next month, somewhere end of October. Possibly could be back in time for Classico. Maybe. I hope he will. That's what the club is hoping for as well. That they could bring him back in time for the Classico. Frankie sadly probably won't be. But you never know. But the club doesn't want to rush anything. So hopefully both of them will be back soon, and we have a good, strong squad, full squad, and hopefully there won't be any more major injuries. So far this season, there's another international break coming up, and you know how I feel about those. And I worry that something will happen there again. We were lucky in the last one; we escaped any injuries from that. Almost a little bit with Gunja, got a little scared there, but he was fine. So we'll see. Hopefully, we won't have any injuries this time around. Don't like the international breaks. I just wish that it wouldn't happen. Really, I wish it wouldn't, especially during times like this. It's just not good. International breaks should only be like during like the off parts of the season, like during the holiday parts or like middle of spring, maybe like beginning of spring, possibly, and then sometime during the summers. It's just, but you know, I can't change. I can't do that. It's like, yeah, what can you do? In the qualifications and stuff for World Cups, Euros, and other Olympic Games and other things like that. It's very just weird. The worst part is though when a player gets injured during a friendly game. That's even worse. That's the most dumbest thing. But what can you do? That's part of the sport. But yeah, that's gonna pretty much do it. There's nothing more that I can talk about, except for there's some hints towards Napoli striker her Victor Osimhen maybe dreaming about playing for Barcelona. Yes, we've talked about it. Said that he's dreamt when he was a kid that he would want to play for Barcelona one day. So we'll see if the club could possibly go for him, and if we go for him in the summer, though it'll be tough. His release clause is plenty up there, especially also if we're gonna sign the two Yaos on permanently, right? If so, Cancelo and Felix permanently, we'll be focusing on that. But who knows? Who knows? We'll see. That would be absolutely. I can just say that would be absolutely incredible to have someone like Osimhen in the team for next season. That with Felix and Osimhen and Yamal and maybe and Ferran and like Rafinha, like we will be having such a good attack up there. That would be absolutely brilliant. You know, it's gonna be interesting to see what Deco and Laporta really do there, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. It's just a rumor. It's nothing concrete that he's gonna join or not. It's just a little bit. He spoke to Sport and talked about it. So maybe a little bit hint, just like Joe Felix did before as well. So who knows? But yeah, that's pretty much gonna do it for this video. Hope you guys did enjoy this. If you did, leave a like down below and also subscribe if you're not done that already, and ring that notification bell to get notified next time I upload a video here. So yeah, which will hopefully be maybe tomorrow or sometime in the weekend, talking about the Sevilla game. I won't have time after the game tonight. It will be too late, but maybe during the weekend I will be getting into it. It won't be. I won't be gone for this long again. I hope so. Hopefully not. But as you can see, a whole new location and everything. It's my new. I'm in my new apartment right now. So everything is pretty much said and done. So full, hopefully now. So don't have too much more to do. So it will be a better upload schedule. I hope so. I'll try to do that. But yeah, other than that, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Escabars.